against this right back, Charlie's definitely.
There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like.
Sorry, people, it's on loop again. Obviously, people, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. Large up the Twitch gang. We just come off a very good stream earlier. Please make sure you're following. We go live at 10 a.m. exclusive to Twitch, where we talk Arsenal, watch Arsenal, and do everything else in football, people. Appreciate those of you that are tuning in on YouTube. Please smash the like button. Can we get to the minimum target of 100 likes, people, before we crack on with any transfer news and all those things? Most importantly, good morning to those of you like myself in the United Kingdom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. It's Monday. Life could be better. It could be a lot worse. So I'm wishing you lot the best, first and foremost, in terms of health. And I extend that to your loved ones. In terms of our goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, overcoming hardship, we're going to do this week. And on Friday, we're going to look back with a sense of accomplishment. So, yeah, hope you all had a great weekend. Hope you all had a good Father's Day to those of you who are fathers or whatever. And I hope this week we go and get our goals. And I definitely hope Arsenal sign some players, because over the weekend, we said we're going to complete sign two dons for 70 million. Raphinha news is coming out right now, people. So yeah, obviously we can dream and we can speak about it. Whether they sign is another thing. Until they hold the shirt and the scarves and talk about how they know about Thierry Henry and Bergkamp and all of these things, it's another thing. But Raphinha would be amazing. He would be absolutely amazing. In fact, big up the Twitch gang. I'll probably cut up the clips, but we were just humoring ourselves and we were looking in terms of squad, in terms of the squad sort of thing. Now this ain't gonna make sense, but if I start removing names, maybe it will. You know, again. You know, you've got Eddie and Ketia and Jesus through the middle. You know, you could have Raphinha and Saka. You could extend that to Pepe. But do I think there's a reality where we bring Raphinha in without selling Pepe? No. So, again, I don't know. Things can happen. But surely someone's got to go before somebody can arrive. And obviously right now, Pepe's on holiday with his family. Things can happen and he has got a new agent, but it doesn't seem that he's ready at this moment in time to do a medical and all those things. I don't know anything, but I can't see a reality where you have these three and obviously Reece Nelson. Technically, we're going to have to deal with some outgoings. If there's an opportunity to sign Raphinha, if there's an opportunity to take advantage of Barcelona's situation, why not? But as I said on Twitch, did we not just hear 24 to 48 hours ago that Laporte has assured promises a comfort to a fool, especially in business, what football is? Unless the I's have been dotted, T's have been crossed, people do more than what Raphinha's probably done. People complete medicals, see what a training ground and a stadium's like, and still don't sign for clubs. So a promise can only be taken at face value. But if Laporte has promised to give you that, if Deco, who is the former Barcelona man, is your agent and probably wants to build a relationship with Barcelona where they get in a couple Brazilian players, if playing for Barcelona is your dream and you've been at 25 years of age trying to do that your whole life, what's a few weeks? Now, for Leeds probably want to sell him sooner rather than later so they can bring somebody in. But we've got to be careful. And obviously, we know clubs leverage Arsenal's love for, Arsenal's need for stuff to kind of drive up the prices. And obviously, you can complete multiple deals at once, but how far is Raphinha up the list? It seems like right now, getting Gabriel Jesus and maybe Martinez over the line is one thing. You know, it seems like we're taking quite long with Tielemans. Surely Tielemans is ahead of Raphinha in the pecking order. But if we've done our due diligence, if we genuinely want the guy, why not? Being a Saka out there, you could say Pepe, that Martinelli. You've got bare dons that can play out wide as well. You know, obviously Fabio Vieira can play in 1-2, could do a job out there, can play in the pivot as well. Removing all these guys, you've got some wavy options. You know, obviously you could go with Jesus, Raphinha, and then Saka / him swapping on the left and the right hand side, and things like that. Obviously, you can make it a Brazilian affair if Saka needs a rest or something like that, and you go with these lot probably on the other side. You know, obviously, maybe Nketiah's form is amazing. So that means Raphinha comes out the team and Eddie plays through the middle with Jesus. Or maybe not Tielemans, Raphinha comes in via that angle. Who knows really and truly what could be done? You could obviously go with a 2 up front. Then when you start marrying the midfield options, obviously you could have Partey and Tielemans feeding Smith Rowe. Mr. Art Martin Odegaard could be involved in this sort of stuff. You know, there could be a reality if we get to a team become such a competent team. Tielemans moves to the right. We do that. We start bringing in things like this. Obviously, you can make it just a balling thing and have these lot in there. You know, drop out Raphinha probably. You know, force Smith Rowe out wide. You know, could play Fabio Vieira there or Odegaard and have one like that. We could have some genuine options, and there's a bag of other things, you know. Again, it makes us harder to read over a 38-game period. It could be wavy, but again, people need to sign for the club and things like that. We're only at 50 likes. There's 200 of you tuned in, people. We don't get the likes up. It's all a myth, really and truly, isn't it, folks? Raphinha close to Arsenal move. Arsenal make Morata offer Jesus and Tielemans. Sorry, folks. YouTube's just shouting me. So yeah, there's a bag of things you could be doing. Bag of things you could be doing. I mean, if we really do get this up one over the line, who knows? And to be fair, one has to wonder, how are you able to do all of this without getting players gone? Now, I don't know the club's financial situation, of course, but we've got no Champions League. You know, yes, Lacazette and Aubameyang have still gone, but I'd imagine that Leno, Pepe, Maitland-Niles, Reece Nelson, Bellerin, Torreira, some of them aren't breaking the bank necessarily, but it's significant wages. And whether it's getting transfer fees or wages or whatever, there's just a lot of resources. So surely we have to sell before we can buy some. I mean, if possible, if we can do this, why not, man? You know, if we can sign Gabriel Jesus, Tielemans, Raphinha, or, you know, Martinez, if that is the thing, get Saka, Saliba, and Martinelli new deals and do some outgoings, then fair play, Edu. You know, that's a very good window from yourself, people. You'd have to give credit where due, if I'm honest with you. And I know I hear that comment all the time. Where's Raphinha going to play? We need depth. You know, Saka was spent by the end of the season. We killed the young lad, really. We over-rely on him on the best of days. It's not healthy. We might see not just a better Bukayo Saka, but a better Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Smith Rowe in that. If we get to the scenario where we're not necessarily relying on them, we're just allowing them to do their thing, take nothing away from these young players, really. So yeah, man. And obviously, crucially, for half of these players that we're signing, we're not signing anyone that's necessarily the finished article. So Mikel Arteta has to know how he's taking these dons to the next level. So yeah, if we did sign Raphinha, that's wavy. We're gonna get into the transfer news in a bit, but you lot are violating, man. We're not going nowhere until you lot fix up. What are you lot saying in the comments, people? Mags has said, deep, I've got to go out, gonna miss this live, I'll have to watch it back. Stay blessed, DG. Mags, it's gonna be there. YouTube, it lives forever. Hope you're doing well and safe with whatever you're doing. You know, when you're doing what you're doing, come back and take in, DG. And to be fair, make sure you're checking the timestamp so you can see specifically what you want. We all hope we get Raphinha. I still think he goes to Barcelona. You know, respectfully, it's Barcelona, bro. It's Barcelona. Like, it's Barcelona. They've had a deal agreed since February for him. Personal terms are not an issue. It's just finding the piece. Obviously, if they go and sell De Jong to United or whoever they're selling, whatever they're doing, they're able to look at that. You know, if Barca bring in Raphinha, Kessié, Christensen, Lewandowski, just bare dons are trying to arrive. I can't begrudge him for wanting to sign for them, really. I still think he's going to Barcelona. If we're able to take advantage of them being broke, so be it. We would need to pay 40 to 50 for Lissandro, or they won't sell, in my opinion. Raphinha, I don't know. I just don't know. Don't think it will happen, though. Morning from Jamaica. Appreciate you, my dude. Big up all the JA tugs locked in. Twitch Impulse gang, come on. Raphinha would be treated like Pepe under Arteta. Nah, man, because it would be his signing. Pepe's not his signing. I don't think he's his cup of tea, man. Pepe defo going to go. I want him to anyways. Better for both parties. You really are deluded, aren't you? Edu's on the mad thing. He can be on the mad thing. I don't want to hear we tried. You need to get these guys signed, really. Jesus, Raphinha, Portuguese speaking FC, where they are, man. We're going lit. We're being lit. We're coming out the hood, man. Hope you're doing well and safe. Shout all the members. 1-1 and Spiller. I see you. Spiller. Appreciate you lot. You lot stay even more blessed. Come on, man. That's what I think. So 2DG is sorting me or sign him. So again, it's a game of chess. You've got to wait. You know, he's probably just got to keep a cool head. Now, if they're not able to do stuff, bro, if we get Raphinha, I'll lose my mind. Hey, Sandro, you told me Ganabri's landing, mate. Not sure if I want Raphinha. TM, don't be like that. You're my guy, but there's always one. No, Morata, why would anyone serious go for him? I mean, we've been linked with him. United moving in for Martinez, usually I wouldn't be worried, but Ten Hag could use his Ajax connections. Well, I personally think in relation to Martinez, he's been linked with Arsenal, Spurs, and United, and I think it goes down to the wire. I all think they've got plus points. When you read half of the articles via The Athletic, it says Martinez is enticed by Arteta's project, and we've made the first move months ago, early May for him. Well, months ago is a lie. And obviously, with what we're trying to build, he can obviously be utilized in a number of positions. I personally think he'll start at United. But what I would say goes against Arsenal is many people, it's not that we didn't need a centre-half. We know Mikel Arteta was looking for one, and many people are happy with the depth that can provide. And obviously, left-back and centre-mid. But we've got Saliba, we've got Ben White, you know. We've got Gabriel. We've got a couple things going on. At United, you'd probably fit in with Varane. You're the aggressive one. He's the somewhat calmer cop. At Spurs, they've obviously got Champions League. They've got Conte. Back three, I could see him easily playing. Romero, Dyer, and him. Easy sort of thing, really. So I don't know how deep our interest goes in him. I'm not going to lie. When I look at Lisandro Martinez, I personally don't know how to feel. You lot are violating people. Can we get to 200 likes? There's 355 of you. We get to 200 likes and we start the transfer news. Big up the Twitch ones as well. I must admit, very good on the ball, you know. Unorthodox defender, if I'm honest with you, from what I see of Martinez, very unorthodox, has an unorthodox way about doing things. Very, you know, it's very heroic defending. It's very unorthodox. I think he could be a bit more calculated. Very good on the ball. Think he is a bit shaky than I thought. You know, there is a lack of height, which isn't going to go against him. As I said, the key thing is unorthodox. But I'm taking him. He can play football. Arteta wants a left-sided centre-back. Go out there and get it for him because that means there's one less excuse. Can do a job at left-back. It doesn't matter if it's Aaron Hickey, Zinchenko, or Martinez. I just need to know that if anything happens to Tierney, who's been linked with Manchester City today, there's not a drop-off. Big up you, Tavares, but you're not ready. You know, I even think on another world, I wouldn't say we all know. I'm looking personally at right back. Right back, someone certainly needs to come in. But I'd be prepared to say if you bring in Raphinha, Gabriel Jesus Tielemans, all these other guys, and Martinez, I'll say, all right, cool. Ben White's been able to play there. He's played a couple of times there for Arsenal, primarily for Brighton and Leeds. We saw him play there. So I'd say, all right, there's not too much of a drop-off in that regards. I'm prepared to concede that, really and truly. So we'd have to see what happens, if I'm completely honest with you. Martinez thoughts. But yeah, we need depth. And crucially, the more you spend P's, there's no excuses. You know, Conte don't have no excuses if he doesn't achieve whatever Spurs want to achieve, provided they're signing these players. Big up you lot for tuning in. Keep all your opinions and that coming. I can't lie. While I like to get excited about the transfer news and just talk about with you lot, I really like you lot's viewpoints, man. You lot it really is a pleasure to be here day in, day out across multiple times, more time across not only Twitch and YouTube. Make sure you're supporting and following and subscribing on both. Journey to 50,000 on YouTube and 10,000 on Twitch, still alive and kicking. Raphinha to the carpet, I'm hearing. If Edu pulls it off, I'm calling him Don Edu. If Arsenal sign Raphinha and Jesus in the same summer, it's curtains. This would be our greatest summer window since I was born. Just renewed my season tickets also. I don't know, because as I keep saying, we can sign as many Dons as we want. We have to utilize them. When you look at obviously better players are more likely to score. But I think just as much as we need to bring in players, once again, it's a coaching thing, because if we signed Jesus tomorrow, I don't necessarily know how we're going to score goals. We've got a bit better at it, but we can't break down low blocks. The movement, the unpredictability is not quite there. You know, the coaching, you know, as much as it's about bringing in players, game management, scoring goals, creation of chances, making space, controlling your mental. These are things that can be fixed on the training ground. These are things that are just as important as bringing in players, or we're just going to have a new shiny toy or toys and the same things are going to happen, really and truly. If spending money and signing players was the only thing that was needed to get back, then Arsenal and Man United, we'd be doing what we was doing in the early 2000s, just us lot bullying the team. Signings are half the job. really. We finished 5th for clean sheets. I was saying all year we're an improved defensive side, but not a good defensive side. We still concede cheap goals. Somehow, some Arsenal fans would be very harsh and say there's been no improvements defensively. So at best, that tells us it's a mixed bag. It's what you make it. Keeping clean sheets, scoring goals, not conceding them, playing well when things have gone wrong, which goes into the mental. These are things we need to improve. 13 losses, not too many wins coming from behind. Sometimes we've started the game well, we've done everything well, and we've not smelt blood and gone in for the kill. To a degree, that could be said for Watford away, Leicester away, Villa away. It was one-sided affairs, but it could have been nervous against Leeds and against Everton, really and truly. And again, I swear I could be wrong. It might have been Leeds, but did Leeds not go down to 10 men even in that regards? And we still look shaky. So that's something to worry about. 131 likes. You lot are doing good, but we could be doing a lot better. Signing players is not enough. Like, it's not enough. The training ground, bro. You're only as good as the tools you've got, but I'm sorry now, we need to start seeing some real improvements. If you go and splash, again, this is all assuming these things happen, and I'm still, for what it's worth, pessimistic on Raphinha. But if you get Raphinha for 40, 50 odd million quid, if you get Jesus for 40, 50 odd million quid, that's 100 on them. If you go and splash 30, 40 million quid on Martinez, where some people might say, while he got adaptability, we might not need another centre half. You've got to show something. If you buy Tielemans, you need to show something. If you retain faith in certain players that some fans might say aren't levels, you've got to show something. This is Mikel Arteta's squad. Anyone he's brought in or not brought in, or here or not here, it's because he wants them there. Shout out to you, even in the topic of scoring goals. I do think Jesus, Raphinha, Eddie finding some form, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Saka, these guys, Odegaard can chip in. Tielemans could score a bit more. I do think that could make us a bit more hungrier for goals. But who's really got the degree of scoring goals? Even if I look at Gabriel Jesus, I know he's a good player, but his national team manager and his current manager, they just talk about his work rate and how good he is for the team. Some reports say he wants to play up front. Some reports say he wants to play on the wing. I do think with the opportunity to score goals, he can score goals. But if we look at it on this rather simpler view, we need goal scorers, and we're bringing in someone that's not really known for goal scoring. If you need a plumber, you're not going to bring in a fireman, are you? It's not going to make sense, is it really? He doesn't score enough, and we're kind of dangling the carrot of Jesus, the ability with Arteta's coaching to be able to score goals. Eddie and Nketiah laying down a marker. Smith Rowe and Saka picking up where they left off and doing better in terms of double figures. I think Odegaard and Martinelli they finished just shy of double figures in terms of goals in the league. I think Odegaard had 7 and Martinelli had 6. Can all of the names I've said, you should be trying to target minimum 10 and 10 in the league. So coaching is one thing. It's very coordinated. Teams read it. It's the same ball into the channels for Saka, Martinelli, and Smith Rowe. When we're playing through the middle, it's very slow and coordinated. People start to read the 1-2s by Saka and Martin Odegaard on the right hand side. There's not enough third man runners. There's not enough people making a run just because they know that they'll take a defender with them and their teammate can take advantage. And you've got to be able to do this, for me, in hostile environments. If you can do it when the sun's shining at the Emirates, good on you. But Newcastle away, Spurs away, Brighton away even, can you do it then? There's so much things that go deeper in Arsenal improving than just signing players. We've been signing players. Yeah, hindsight's a wonderful thing, and we look back and say, oh, well, this guy, that guy, this happened, that happened. It's a brazy one, really. So it all depends, man. You lot are on fire with your comments. 500 odd of you locked in across Twitch and YouTube. Very thankful for that. The numbers are going up bit by bit. We're putting in work, people. Don't forget to check out the cut-up clips and all those things. What opinions are you saying? The incorporation of these new players bring great selection headaches for Arteta. As it should, bro. I do want to see more of Torreira, but I don't know, man. Torreira's gone, bro. I would love for Torreira to have a role here, but he's gone, bro. He's gone, bro. Saka can play left wing anyways. Careful. Do you remember when some Arsenal fans said he couldn't? He couldn't play on the right. If there's any news that comes out in the next few hours, people, or while we're talking and things, please feel no sort of way about you to letting me know what's going on, what's being said, and all of those sort of things, people. And on that, sorry, folks, I'm still here. Keep your opinions coming. Apparently, if you're a Chelsea fan, Marina's set to leave, man. Which is that's bad for you, lot. Though. I feel like I've forgotten something for you, lot, people. which I'm still here. Crazy stuff. All right, cool. I thought I had some transfer news. I clearly don't. I thought I had some in my notes. I clearly on my phone. I clearly don't. But yeah, before we get on, I told you 200 likes. We'll get into the transfer stuff, people. I don't see us there yet. We're at 171. So when we get there, there's stuff there. Brooke Norton Coffee for right back. He's currently playing for England at under 19s level. Sorry, and they won yesterday. Tuesday, it keeps going. Don't forget, Tuesday on Twitch, we'll be doing watch-alongs, people, for the under 19s championship. So make sure you're there. Big up Deluded. Your work rate is phenomenal. I appreciate that. It's just about being a bit more prestige and cute and elegant now, man. Working hard is one thing. Morata's dead future. Are we live? Of course we're live, man. We're churning into Brazilian Wolves. Improving tactics has been happening season after season, so you have to believe in it. I hope so, but you know, I do think Arsenal fans, or some Arsenal fans, think the whole league is just going to wait for everything at Arsenal to fall into place. Really, let me scroll the way up. I don't know why it scrolled all the way down. Don't want Martinez after DG rubbed him out on Twitch. I didn't rub him out on Twitch, but there was pause. He looked like a champagne rojo. Like, I'll be real. Like, I don't like to lie to you lot. There are some things I like in Martinez, but very unorthodox defending sometimes, very emotional defending sort of thing. I can see in the Prem certain things get unstuck. Sometimes basic things he makes it complicated. But saying that, he's clearly an aggressive defender, defends with his heart, and that I'm not going to be against him. I just feel this is what I see, what I know of him at Ajax, and what we've watched in highlights. Gassing the thing up a bit, man. It's crazy, man. So you think he is going to Barca, but in your title, you Raphinha is close to signing for Arsenal. This I know you're typing with emotion. The sentence ain't even making sense. Literally, the articles say he's close to going to Barcelona. Just because, and I use the same title. Just because that is the title of the article doesn't mean that that's what I believe. Please make sense. Don't do the emotional thing. It's not going to be up to me if we sign him or not. Please. If you're on your period, please, rather than be on the internet, please go to Tesco's and buy some tampons or whatever you require. Please, man. Allow me, man. The Premier League have added Fabio Vieira to their website under Arsenal players. Come on. You'd imagine today, based on reports, we see him holding the shirt and doing all that Arsenal stuff. So far, is the business of Gab and Martinez is like these are trying to exploit Arsenal. I don't know what that means. No one wants Morata, man. Appreciate you lot. We need Lisandro Martinez at any cost. Oh, I don't know about this. This is probably conspiracy thinking, DG, but I wonder if the club is keeping incomings at a minimum in order to protect the manager and buy more time. Maybe. Do you think that's a conspiracy thing? And we do have 5 subs next season. Quick one, DG, about Alvaro Morata. Don't you think we would be signing another Lucas Perez? We'd just be signing a shit done, really. Like, just a shit done. Like, we shouldn't be arriving at the Emirates, really. We've got dons who can't score goals. Why are we going to sign more man that can score goals? That can't score goals? It's not making sense. 202 likes. Appreciative of that. Thank you very much, people. Couple more questions. A promise is a promise, and we'll get into the transfer news. Keep running that up. We can get to 300. Just say he plays like Rojo. He plays like a champagne Rojo based on what I saw. Morning, DG. Fabrizio said Wolves are progressing in the signing of Matheus Nunes. Why aren't we going all out for him? Pep called him world class, and since Tielemans deal is stalling, he should be our guy. I like him a lot, but they're paying an arm and a leg. Melina and Marie straight swap with cash is what we should do for right back. I hear that. If we could sign Tielemans and keep Xhaka, that would be good too, in my opinion. Don't really. I mean, I wouldn't force Xhaka out. He's one that I would say you're free to leave. I do think for a season, you could keep Xhaka as a sort of squad player, and we hear he's a voice in the change room and in and around the ground, and he's professional, and why not do that in it? But the harsh reality of me would say, whether you rate Xhaka or not, people, he's one of the first names, rightly or wrongly, on the team sheet. So we have to factor in that he's vital to the team, right? And he starts week in, week out in midfield. We know in terms of playing out from the back, the midfield is vital, and Xhaka is the sort of progressive midfielder somewhat. He's 29. He's got contracted until 2024. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but surely we should replace someone who is a key player before it gets to that, really, and which could be done. Maybe he moves on, maybe he doesn't. You do get a degree that certain things might not be progressing until we see something in relation to that. Big up Tinted Red Glasses. Yes, DG, big up to you. I'm excited if these ones go through. And as for Eddie, it's a number. The wages might be high, but don't you think if he doesn't bust this year proper, we'll sell him and we'll move on? I mean, I like that he signed a new contract, but moving him on, especially if he's not doing the business, could prove harder because he's on decent wages. We heard last summer a move to Crystal Palace didn't work because of wages. So big up Eddie and Nketiah for signing that new deal, but you've got a target on your back. With great power comes great responsibility. I don't like the small sections of Arsenal fans that are not the ones that disagree with it, but are still supporting. Some people just attacking the lad. Even you've seen in the last 24 hours, he's changed it now, but he put his comments on private. You should be happy for the lad. He's come from Haaland via Cobham. He was an Arsenal fan growing up. He's shown big bollocks pause to take the 14 shirt. He's living his dream, playing for Arsenal, playing Premier League, young IC3 getting money. Can't hate on the guy. But there's now a target because you're going to start the season per se with a level of expectation. You surprised us in your 8 starts. No one had much expectation. Now you got to show things, really. And if you can and be part of the squad, I'm good with that. Do you think Arsenal should go for Raheem Sterling, 60 million with Jesus for 45? I would love Sterling, but I'd rather get Raphinha and Jesus, really, and confirm some centre mids, man. Being less reliant on Saka is what I want to see as a method of attack. I want to see him being kept a fresh trust. I hear you, DG. If we sign all these ballers, there's no excuse for Mikel Arteta next season. We need to be in the top 4 if all these links turn to be a reality. Our 11 losses last season has to be less than 8. Pardon me, we're bringing in the Brazil national team. Why not? Big up ASAP. We need to keep our heads here. Raphinha goes to Barca after the young sell. I agree with that. Martinez goes to United because of Ten Hag. We need to be relentless right now or we're done. So what I think is that if that, we need other targets. By all means, try and move heaven and earth to get these players. If that doesn't bang, make sure you're bringing in other dons. Really. 410 watching, 123 likes. Rise up the like button. We should be on 200 right now. At the same time, he has played in the Prem and there's a shortage of strikers, to be honest. So it makes sense from Arsenal. I hear that. Spurs are after Jesus. Man United are after Martinez. How likely can we get them? You have to compete in it, really and truly. The only thing what goes against us in comparison to Jesus and Spurs is they've got Champions League. But what we can say is there's a number 9 shirt vacant and an opportunity for you vacant right now. All the best players at Arsenal right now are the wingers. The strikers are not 30. You could be part of squads like Juventus, like Spurs and whatnot, but you're just going to be a sideman. And you might as well just stay at City to do that, really and truly. I do think we'll be looking at striker again next summer because for me, Eddie Nketiah and Jesus isn't enough, but it's down to coaching. I hear that. If we get Raphinha and Jesus up front with Saka, that's a scary front 3. I hear that. Nunes not that guy for the midfield, in my opinion. I think I more want classic 8s now. With Fabio Vieira being signed and already having Smith Rowe and that. Fabian Ruiz would be lit. It must be a knife. I don't know what he's on, bro. What was the point in signing Tavares and Lokonga? If we had gotten 2 serious players instead, we'd be playing Champions League next season. I don't know about that. A bit unfair to say that, really, because it's a squad game and you can't expect 2 players out of a 25-man squad to make the difference over a 38-game period. I think Lokonga will show a bit better this season. Tavares, clearly a backup. And to be fair with you, for a large part, all of these players played their part in our top 4 race, really. I think that's harsh on them, really. More Lokonga as well. Tavares, I somewhat agree, just not levels. It's crazy. Tielemans, I don't know, man. Big up, bro. Thanks for the show. No, thank you lot for tuning in and offering your opinions, keeping them coming. It'll be very boring not to be here. Fabio Vieira looks a player and I hope he is that. I don't get why people are hating him trying to live up to the legendary number. He's just living his dream, bro. We all wanted to be footballers and score goals in the Prem and play for Arsenal. Well, some of you that are Arsenal fans. I can't hate on him. Do I think, a lot's been given to Eddie Nketiah cheaply? Do I think he should be wearing number 14? Of course not. But big up the young lad living his dream, man. We ain't getting anyone. Bit harsh. Stop spamming. I hear that. I see you, DG. Big up. If these transfer window goes like how we're hoping, then watch out. Next season starts in less than 2 months. That's crazy. And that's a very underrated point, Another underrated point that one of you lot said is there's 5 subs and the season starts earlier. So the quicker you get these guys in, the quicker they can integrate within the team and things like that. Any shouts for which youngsters Arteta will integrate into the team this year? I think it'd be very tough for young players. I think Brook Norton Coffee probably best to go on loan. Mickey Beref, he's been linked with going on loan, probably good to go on loan. You know, I don't really think there's much game time for young players next season. I mean, and if there is, it's the occasional Europa League game. Is that enough? Any 30 young players, you should be trying to push the ball out to going on loan, with the exception of Charlie Patino, who I would personally review in January with an earmark to maybe going out on loan, but I'd keep him close to the team. If I'm Miguel Aziz, Amari Hutchison, Mika Beref, Muller, half of these guys that are in that halfway out, Balogun, go out on loan. I don't think we'll sign a left back if we get Martinez. DG saw my guy Turner deny Spurs fan a signature. Probably asked one of his brethren to wear a Spurs fan shirt. That's that PR business there, man. Is what it is. With that being said, though, a promise is a promise, people. I'm violating you. Look, we're at 250 likes. Can we get to 300 before the end of the stream? Hit the like button if you haven't. Let's get into some transfer news now, people, for real. Tab police, you're gonna have to allow me because everything is a mess at this moment in time. Let me make my timestamp. Transfer news. Big up G1 right on time. He has said allegedly. Where is this from, bro? Arsenal are very much interested in Raphinha, but a deal is not as advanced as some are suggesting. Gabriel Jesus remains one step away from Arsenal. So if you want to take things with a pinch of salt, that's the first thing you need to read, people. Everything seems to suggest the man could be signing. You know, you've got apparently George Mendes has told Bernardo Silva he'll do everything to complete a move to Barca. That could have knock-on effects for Raphinha, who can play out wide like him. Apparently, Leeds have received a great offer from Arsenal for Raphinha. Barcelona have disappeared. Now, this is probably just utilising Arsenal's interest to drive up things in him, people. If I'm completely honest, Go has said Raphinha is very close to joining Arsenal. Expect operation to be closed this week. Which again, it all depends where you read. Every flipping Arsenal thing is talking about it, people. Into the point where I need to, just so you lot think I'm not making it sharp. Let's start getting some articles up here in relation to Raphinha. As you know, this has been some emerging news. Literally, shout out you lot across Twitch and YouTube. Twitch gang, you lot are on top form as well. Don't think you ever slept on at all. So yeah, Arsenal have made a great offer to sign Raphinha from Leeds and are close to closing the operation. Barcelona have disappeared from the race to sign him, people. As you can see, well, you'll be able to see here in a second. Look, you can see some serious stuff. Look, that's the article we're about to read, people. You can see that there. It's crazy. Every flipping Arsenal Twitter source is speaking. Big up my guy, Arsenal Presser as well, telling David Ornstein, wake up. He needs to wake up. Wake up, man. Apparently an announcement on Fabio Vieira is imminent as well. This is what I need to this is what should have become my thumbnail. Why didn't that come out a few thingies before? Once again, Barcelona disappears from the race to sign Raphinha, who apparently was promised by Laporte that they will go for him. The Gunners are close to closing the operation. We haven't closed Tielemans or Jesus, so what are we close on yet? Barcelona have allegedly withdrawn, people. So that's a summary of what's being said. Allegedly, people. Start closing these things. Raphinha very close to signing for Arsenal. Bearing in mind, this is Google Translate, people. The Brazilian does not wait for Barca, who apparently he was, and hopes to close his transfer to Arsenal this week. Lead sources say they know nothing about the Catalan club. Barcelona have spent months thinking about Raphinha as a substitute for Dembele. As you know, Dembele's contract is done and the renewal is not happening. You know, the Barcelona team launched themselves, I think it means, for the left-handed winger of Leeds United, knowing the financial limitations that have been chasing, I think they mean them in recent seasons. Barcelona has a trick for Deco, who is the agent of Raphinha. It's man in Brazil and Raphinha's direct representative, who apparently Barca and these lot have agreed personal terms in February. But it does not yet have the economic capacity that the famous levers will give it, which must be closed before July the 31st to be able to reverse the salary limit ahead of next season. However, the player has other offers, higher in salary, and according to him, Goal is about to close his transfer to Arsenal. The Gunners took the lead, and if nothing changes this week, Raphinha will be a player for the London team. Sources admitted to Goal that the player does not want to wait, neither levers nor salary reductions nor exits of important players like Frankie de Jong that release higher salaries. In fact, the English club know nothing about Barca. They have disappeared. They comment from the Ellen Road offices in the view of the situation in Barcelona. Arsenal have been doing their job to end up leading the battle to take the Brazilian winger, and it will if all goes its way. does sources admit in the coming days. Leeds asked for around 50 million for the left-handed striker, a figure that Barca was not willing to reach from the start. In fact, a relegation of the white team to the championship would have facilitated the operation for the Catalans, who would have taken him out of England for around 25 million. I mean, everyone would have thrown their hat into the ring for him had the relegation thing of popped in it. 279 likes, people. Amazing stuff. Keep it going, people. Since the initial will of the footballer and his agent Deco was to wear the Barcelona shirt, but with Leeds in the Premier League, the price is still prohibitive for Barca, something that has caused the Catalan club to stop communications with those responsible for the English team. There was no new offer, so both Leeds and Raphinha himself decided to go the other way. If nothing goes wrong, the Brazilian will sign for Arsenal. Make of that what you will, folks. I don't know whether you should believe in that. Arsenal believe they will sign Brazilian striker despite interest from Tottenham and Juventus in Gabriel Jesus. So make of that what you will. Sorry, folks. Why did that happen? That's annoying. Sorry, folks. Why did it take you a lot of screen? Sorry, people. Give me a sec. So yeah, Leeds have received a great offer from Arsenal for Raphinha. The Gunners are close to the operation. So make of that what you will. But again, this is a game of charades and things. Everyone's gonna be saying different things. I hope this ain't the Vlahovic thing either, AM. That's why you have to take things with a pinch of salt. Lies. Raphinha made it clear he's not interested in Arsenal, not interested. I don't think he's actually said he's not interested in Arsenal, just that he wants to go to Barca. Deluded has the Spurs hub blocked, so pay, bro. All them things, Spurs things got blocked, man. Piss me off. I don't want to see that, really. Raphinha, how good is he? I think people gas him up a bit. I don't think he's lit the world alight, but I think he'd be a great signing for Arsenal and Barcelona, if I am completely honest. So yeah, that's it with Raphinha, really. Where's AFC stuff? Because there was a link in Sports Bible or something. Arsenal very close to signing Raphinha, according to reports in Spain. You would have imagined the English clubs would have jumped on it, but according to Spanish goal reporter Adrian Solavila, Arsenal are very close to signing Raphinha. He reports that Raphinha has grown tired of waiting for Barcelona, who have disappeared in the transfer saga. If nothing goes wrong, Raphinha will sign for Arsenal. Ifs and buts. This report comes after consistent links between the Brazilian and the Gunners this summer, with Mikel Arteta reported to be extremely interested in bringing the Leeds man to the Emirates. He enjoyed a prolific season despite Leeds just about avoiding relegation, got 11 goals, and is able to play on the left or the right. And obviously that gives competition to Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, and also could help them. Raphinha would have no problem settling in despite not speaking English. Well, you Brazilian, it's wavy. You don't need to speak English. Apparently Pepe spoke about Arteta's communication issues because he hasn't. You don't need to speak English, bro. Just all you gotta do is just put your hand up, ask for the ball. Everybody at Arsenal learn Portuguese, innit? With Mikel Arteta fluent in Portuguese and Martinelli, Gabriel, plus the possible addition of Jesus, all Brazilian teammates of Raphinha. Let's get this guy in Brazil. 2022, we're winning this dog. This news will be met with excitement by Arsenal fans who have already enjoyed links to Fabio Vieira, Lisandro Martinez, Gabriel Jesus, and Tielemans this summer. I mean, it's exciting to speak about. It's exciting to dream. The dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. Until Bear Man are holding the shirts and whatnot, that's when we do whatever, man. Jack, get on to them. We're stuck on 299. Jack, they don't like me, man. You lot there's no energy from you lot today. But that's Raphinha, people. Hit the like button if you want Arsenal to sign Raphinha. If you don't, get rid. I mean, don't hit the like button. In fact, hit the like button if you don't want him to either. Fabio Vieira, apparently incoming Arsenal transfer, slammed as ridiculous and unbelievable by ex-Porto candidate. Why? What did he say? He's one of the best players at Porto, and leaving for this fee is a bad deal. We're talking about one of the gems of FC Porto, one of the players who came from our academy. We lost him. It's another piece of business that I don't understand. We're talking about ridiculous values of players who represent an RFC Porto. They are from our academy, and we are letting them go for unbelievable fees, bro. Arsenal don't really hustle, so it's nice to be on the other side. Don't hate the player, hate the game, bro. You know, Mendes got paid. We did a thing. It's done a do. The knock is different. The drip is different. Couple man, link us with Messi or something now. I'm getting gassed. Link us with Messi or something, man. Messi, I heard you're not happy in PSG. Come and show you can do it in the Prem. Raphinha on the verge of shock Arsenal transfer, with Leeds star keen on move after Barcelona pull out the race. Just as I said that, don't forget, yesterday we literally heard Barca have given him assurances. Get the Brazil shirt. I'm not even going to talk too much, but December 2022, you know what we're doing. Neymar, needs to arrive. We need to start hosting all them international friendlies with Brazil at the Emirates again. He's attracted interest from several teams, and apparently some people are saying if Barcelona weren't serious, he would have already signed for Liverpool or Chelsea already. You've got to remember, Arsenal aren't the only ones with an interest. West Ham did try to buy him in January. Chelsea allegedly are looking to get Raheem Sterling and Ousmane Dembele. A transfer is close to being finalised, with Arsenal offering a higher salary than their rivals. Arsenal have also been handed a boost in their pursuit of Raphinha, with Barca allegedly withdrawing their interest in the 25-year-old Brazilian international. People, whether that's true or not is a completely other scenario. 323 likes, 900 odd of you locked in. The numbers have been moving brazy. Can we at least end this live stream with 400 when the time comes? Arsenal have also been handed a boost in their pursuit of Raphinha, as you could see. Barcelona considered him as a potential replacement for Dembele. Obviously, it looks like it's not happening. Apparently, Raphinha is getting cold feet around, obviously, that really. So, yeah, Tottenham are believed to be monitoring Raphinha, but will only make a move if they cannot sign Richarlison. Arsenal also set to complete another deal, having wrapped up the signing of Fabio Vieira on Friday. It looks like Gabriel Jesus looks set to move to Arsenal, with Arsenal reportedly matching the 50 million asking price. Arsenal are also thought to be preparing a second bid worth 30 million for Lisandro Martinez. And obviously Tielemans is there. You know, it's not a transfer window if Tierney isn't linked with City. I mean, I love Kieran Tierney. If they offered Pease and Zinchenko, there's something to think about. Tierney should be non-transferable. They should offer something we you know, that you can't turn down. I can't convincingly say out of 38 games, Tierney would be available for 30, even though I am the president of the Kieran Tierney fan club at the Emirates. So I can't see this happening. He's linked with us all. He's linked with going to City all the time. The 25-year-old is said to be highly rated at the Etihad, people, and he features on a shortlist. I mean, last couple of weeks ago, he was linked with Man United, people. It is done, man. He's mad from a Leeds fan. Raphinha is going to sign for Barca. Arsenal is dreaming. Just wait and watch. I mean, if he signs for them, so what? We're just taking it with a pinch of salt. We're just talking about for it being a pure discussion for discussion's sake. I mean, I'm not in the know. Clearly, you lot know more than me. Man United and Arsenal have been linked with bringing in Tammy Abraham. I'm pretty tired of this rumor. I don't think he's going to leave Roma this year, so we'll leave that where it's at. If we refresh this page, people, I don't really care about this Matt Turner thing. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't if he asked one of his brethren to wear a Spurs shirt and do all of that. I mean, I expect you to do that. Just want to know if you're a decent keeper. Emerging reports have linked Raphinha to Arsenal. Barcelona are allegedly stalling on that, which might mean they're moving closer to getting their man. Martinez to Arsenal, as I've previously said, I think he should really consider an offer from Man United, Arsenal, or Spurs. I think it's neck and neck pause for everyone getting him, people, if I'm completely honest. And we've heard our first initial opening offer was rejected by Ajax for Martinez, and it's thought we're preparing the second one, people. As it said, the North London club remain undeterred and are expected to return to the negotiating table with an improved offer. In relation to Jesus, it seems like that's moving closer, but you hear rumours Spurs have looked to get involved with the Gab Jesus talk, really. So we'll have to see what's going on there. We actually have allegedly looked at Morata, where I've got the article somewhere there. Bellerin will reject a move to Serie A in favour of returning to Spain. We're no longer interested in Arthur Melo. We've just talked about City interested in obviously Kieran Tierney. And this doesn't make, again, contradictory, because Raphinha is prepared to snub reports to Liverpool, Chelsea or Arsenal for a move to Spain. This was yesterday, really. What's the date today? The 20th. Yeah, so this was yesterday, really. And he's prepared to hold on until that happens. So very conflicting reports, really. We don't know what to believe or who to believe, which is why I say let's just take it with a pinch of salt and accept it for what it is at face value level, and nothing more than that, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, closing that. What one's this? This the same thing we read, innit? What's this Dutch journalist say? Because he's got apparently some scoop on this. Just in, Man United are preparing an offer for Lisandro Martinez. After not being able to sign Timber, Man United have switched their attention to Lisandro Martinez, who Ten Hag knows for 3 years. Meanwhile, Arsenal could also return with another offer for the player. All right. Big up Matisse, doing chatty patty Twitter fingers. So yeah, what's this said? This is I think this is just waffling about not Man United. Tottenham being interested in the same target, Manchester City's Gabriel Jesus. Conte has told Jesus that he'll be a regular in the Spurs lineup if he picks his team over Arsenal. I mean, everyone's going to tell you everything. Conte allegedly is a fan of his versatility, meaning he could play anywhere in the front three. I mean, that's what everyone's a fan of, really. If I'm completely honest with you, what we seen here. Arsenal are set to complete 2 deals in the next 2 days. In the next days after signing Fabio Vieira from Porto, Gabriel Jesus is expected to happen, and apparently we're expected to make a conclusion over Lisandro Martinez, people. I'm not going to speak on Raphinha again, people. We heard he's very close to signing for Arsenal, whatever that means. So yeah, scrolling through, we're not going to talk about that. We've spoken. This is from yesterday, which you lot can go over if you want. Arsenal tell Ajax their price for Lisandro Martinez, but Man United target hijack. Arsenal have reportedly told Ajax they are willing to spend 25 million on Lisandro Martinez this summer. However, the Gunners face a fight when it comes to landing the target this summer, and that's because Manchester United, who are now managed by Ten Hag, are preparing an offer for the player behind the scenes. It is what it is. So we'll have to see how this one develops for the 24-year-old Argentine international, people. Everybody wants everyone, really. In relation to Tielemans, apparently Jacobs Ben, who was the first to report on Arsenal's interest back in January, says personal terms have been agreed between Arsenal and the agent of Tielemans. Apparently Arsenal are yet to make an offer for Tielemans, but haven't walked away. Apparently the player seeks a fresh challenge and speculates that Arsenal could also go for a player later in the window once we get other targets and have more clarity on finances, people. And this is completely different from when Arsenal allegedly have called their interest in Youri Tielemans, and it looks likely he'll sign an extension at Leicester, which Fabrizio Romano said that is BS. Arsenal make offer for Chelsea, flop as Tottenham cause Jesus heartache. Arsenal have reportedly made an offer for Chelsea, flop Alvaro Morata. So I'm going to leave that because I think the Daily Mail article looked a bit better. Arsenal have made an offer to Atletico Madrid for Morata, despite almost reeling in Gabriel Jesus, but Juventus want to keep the Chelsea flop permanently. I mean, they should let them. 29 years of age, purely career's just money laundering, doesn't know what goal scoring is. Come on, 32 goals in 92 appearances. We do not need Morata. We don't. I'd rather give Eddie chances. We ain't got time for this. But Arsenal have reportedly been hedging their bets over signing Gabriel Jesus by also making an offer for Morata. We're linked with this guy every window, really and truly. Pardon me. The old lady, which is Juventus, are apparently doing everything they can to keep Morata. Whether that's able to happen is another thing. It's obvious, you know, we need a striker. He's Spanish like our manager. You know, he can do decent things apart from scoring. It don't really make sense, man. That's a waste of money. And at 29 years of age, come on now, man. He has gone anywhere, not really scored any goals or done anything. In terms of Arsenal youth players, you heard Mika Berev could be heading to Holland on loan. Apparently, Omar Rekic will join Rotterdam for a season to get guaranteed game time ahead of the World Cup in Tunisia, World Cup campaign with Tunisia in Qatar, which is good for him. 23's football isn't going to help you, Mika Berev. All of the real G's should be trying to go and play football somewhere, really and truly. He was linked with Stoke on loan, but apparently one thing about this, he's been guaranteed game time in the sense of there is a clause in Omar Rekic's move to Sparta Rotterdam that guarantees him playing time, or otherwise the Dutch club will have to pay compensation of up to €1 million. Leo and Stoke refused to meet Arsenal's terms in that. I just want to switch over to the Athletic, people, because it kind of summarized that in relation to the young players, and it would make sense to speak about them. You know, whether Omar Rekic and Mika Berev can develop to make it at the club, I think their chances are nothing to do with them, but I think it's unlikely they'll make the grade. Can they make money for this football club? Both of them, especially Mika Berev, because one thing I like about him, he's a dark arts man. He understands you've got to be nasty. Go and do that against grown men. 364 likes, people. Keep moving it towards the 400. Thank you in advance if you've hit the like button. Arsenal prospects Omar Rekic and Mika Berev are close to securing loan moves to the Eredivisie next season. Rekic, a 20-year-old centre-back, is expected to join Sparta Rotterdam with the expectation that regular football will help him ahead of the World Cup with Tunisia. Danish international Mika Berev is set to join RKC Valsik. The plan is for the striker to spend a year in Holland ahead of a potential loan in England in the 23-24 campaign, in which he'll be 21. And I mean, if they can go out on loan and make money, why not, man? You know, if Mika Berev, Mola, Balogun make the grade fair play. Tyrese as well, fair play. If not, move them on and make peas. 23's football isn't going to help these lot at all, people. So yeah, it is what it is, people. That's what they need to go and do. Moving away from the young players slightly and getting back into what we need to get back into, people. Closing that, changing this to English. Oh wow. This doesn't say anything. Oh well, I didn't tell us to click this article. We've spoken about Lisandro Martinez, so there's no point waffling anymore. That was that. Again, you know, we've been linked with Tierney's been linked with Man City. You know, it seems like everybody's just been linked with one. Tottenham are trying to hijack Gabriel Jesus. Whether that happens is another thing, people. So yeah, it appears that, you know, Arsenal are cautiously optimistic of completing a deal to sign Gabriel Jesus. This was the latest as of Friday in terms of Arsenal transfer news. Let's see if Sky Sports is updated. Arsenal have held talks with Ajax over a deal for Lisandro Martinez. Eddie signed a new long-term deal, and we've signed Fabio Vieira. So it don't look like there's anything new where we're concerned necessarily, people. It looks like we've done that all, and as I said, we probably need to start getting some outgoing sorted at this football club and whatnot. Appreciate you lot tuned in. What have you lot made of the rumours and whatnot? Don't forget. Oh yeah, as there are apparently Fabrizio Romano has said there are no talks or negotiations between Aaron Hickey and Arsenal at the moment. So it makes you wonder, were we ever that really interested in signing Aaron Hickey? Was it just an agent-led thing? Was it, you know, it appears that we was never really keen on him apart from the admiration potentially of his talents, which upsets me because, yeah, man, I want him at the football club. Pep Guardiola, just because of the knock-on effect City's targets or what they do with Barcelona could affect us. In relation to Bernardo Silva, apparently, as of today, I think Bernardo will continue at City. But as I said, I don't like to keep players that are unhappy. He's waiting on Barcelona. Xavi wants him, but it also depends on De Jong. So selling De Jong probably finances a lot of what Barcelona do. So you're probably relying on Man United in that regards to get things done. Fabio Vieira to Arsenal is also imminent, people. So as Fabrizio Romano has also said, we're going to have to see how several things develop. And if we can get some new contracts sorted, bring in some players, is what it is. It'd be quite decent. Happy birthday in advance for Kolasinac as well, people. Apparently, there's still interest in Richarlison from Spurs, Arsenal, and Chelsea. People, make of that what you will. Apparently, Marina is set to leave Chelsea, completely off topic. So yeah, man, it seems like that's the transfer news, people. So we'll have to see. We really will have to see. I mean, I'm not gonna give credit. I'm not gonna give clout to this pussy old Jamie O'Hara. Pardon my language, people. You know, but he's criticizing Eddie Nketiah and etc. I mean, you fight little kids on the football pitch in Sunday League. Your wife was a real team player. You have to eat her. You're in no position to have that, man. You're just a jealous Arsenal twat. He just does up the Spurs thing now, like half of them. Pussy old youths. Anyways, away from that, I would love to fight Jamie O'Hara. He's someone that, you, Piers Morgan. I don't believe in violence, but you would love. Bro, me and you, we're probably two different ways. But I'm not a violent guy. I will slump the fuck out of you. Like, I would love to do it for Cherry. Cherry starts at home, so my back pocket still. But you get the point. So with that, I think that's the transfer news done, people. I don't know why the internet's acting, but yeah, it is what it is, people. I mean, told you, DG, my man is a Gooner. I mean, until he signed, I don't know, my guy. I don't know. Haram, bro. Stuff. My bad, man. It's haram. Whatever it was. I love the transfer talk so far. Hey, P, give me text me because I lost my phone. I lost your number and all sorts. I love the transfer talk so far from Arsenal, but I want done deals. Plus, we need to address the right back up because Cedric can't last another year. We're not gonna replace Cedric. Apparently, we're happy with him at the football club. So read into that what you will. Sorry, people. I'm gonna leave and come back because this is bugging me out. Back again. Let me scroll all the way up because you lot make this what it is, man. This is what you lot are. You lot are weak, man. Hit the like button, man. Like DJ. Shout out to you lot. I love Tammy, but he's not leaving Roma. Why are they even bothering linking him with anyone? Boredom in it, and the fact of Arsenal and United needing a striker, give it a couple of days, he'll be linked with Chelsea again. That's what it's gonna do, really. Phil Hay, a reliable source from Leeds, say Leeds want 60 million. I do think Leeds will budge. I'm not even talking about to Arsenal now. I do think Leeds will budge on their valuation, as right now they're playing hardball, you know, but sooner or later they're going to have to say, you know what, they know that they're going to sell Raphinha. There's a gentleman's agreement, allegedly. We need to get a replacement, or we need to sort with him. But same way, they've stayed in the league. Raphinha, I don't know how long's his contract. They're entitled, Leeds are entitled to demand whatever they want. Love your content, watching from Mauritius. Lovely country. One of my best friends is Mauritian. Still, shout out to you lot. Lovely country. Got to hit you lot up soon. Let's hope we get Tielemans, Gabriel Jesus, Raphinha, and Martinez. Let's hope, man. Even if we could do 50% of that business. For charity. Yeah, bro, for charity, bro. Love for the super chat, my dude. What a guy, man. Salute, Deluded. Keep up the good content. Trying to form a link with us Aussies down under. Would appreciate the love back at Gunner down under. I've been digging and I'm taking a punt on Latour, Martinez to Arsenal, Lukaku and Dybala back, and Mkhitaryan. Rah. Love for the super chat. I don't know about Lukaku thing. Don't let Arsenal make you want that, man. Don't let Arsenal gas you about Lukaku. Chelsea fans saw it. Bro, he was an Arsenal man. I mean, I understand talk shite's formula is to talk nonsense, and this is why I was trying not to speak about it. But that Jamie R, shut up, man. Just allow it. Better we go with Balogun and Eddie and Nketiah. Arteta must learn not to repeat Chelsea flop deals. Leave Morata. I see that Morata's name has reappeared. I hope it's just bull. Better start looking for someone to loan him to. If Arsenal sign him, then we've got money laundering to do. Oh yeah, Tielemans needs to be brought as well. Our midfield is so weak. We really need to cut out the foolishness and start acting like a big club. We have to get it right this summer, no questions. Hear that? Barca's finances are a mess, but they do the Banduli thing. You know, these lot will hire some dodgy accountants and they'll make it happen, man. Like, one minute these clubs are broke, then they got money. I don't know, man. I'm getting really fed up, and I just emailed a very strong letter to the club. They better not let Spurs or Chelsea pip us to Raphinha and Jesus. I'll tell you, I'm sitting and watching patiently, waiting patiently. Hear that? Peace is Zinchenko, and I say let Tierney and they wave each other on the way as they change places. Nothing personal, but solely because of Tierney's injury record. That is not going to improve, sorry to say. I'm with Tierney to the end, man. Flying Scotsman, bro. You're right. I'm with him to the end. That's my captain. I'm not selling him. Even for 50 million, that's my guy, man. Fullback union, we have to stay together. We have to stick together. In his feelings because Vieira left, love to hear it. Paqueta would be lit, but, you know, I think because we signed Fabio Vieira, I think that one there is a myth, really. 421 likes, I appreciate that. Can we move towards 400, 500? I lost my trail of thought there. How much is Raphinha? We're seeing rumors of 55 million, 50 million euros, 60 million quid. Who knows, man? Just going up and down, down and up and down, really. I'm very happy about what I'm here around the corner. Do you think we'll get Raphinha DG? Personally, no. The dream is free. The Hoswood sold separately. I just don't think we're going to get Raphinha, but I hope so, man. Apparently, if all goes well, Raphinha will sign for Arsenal in the coming days. The players' environment explains they haven't heard from Barcelona in weeks. But then again, that's somewhat contradictory to what we've heard. So again, this is why for me, I always say let's just accept it at face value, read it for where it is, and then past that, it's all just tosh, really. Now I don't know what these lot are on. Tierney to the end, mate. That's my captain. O'Hara, the prick, was at Arsenal and got released when we signed Cesc. I mean, he's in his feelings, man. Big up DG. I'm heading back to the beginning of the stream. Definitely the best intro in YouTube. Kai, I appreciate that. You should do a collab with AFTV. I'm probably blacklisted from them and there. I used to be on there, well, here and there, but I wouldn't say I need to. I wouldn't say I need to. I don't need anything. I just need you lot support. We've got our little platform. We're doing what we need to do. But shout out, Robbie. What about Gnabry DG? Did this rumor disappear? I mean, it didn't look like there was anything tangible. I do hope that we could get Gnabry if certain things don't happen. Why not? My first time, bro. We all said that a lot of times, ain't we? I like your vibe. I am subscribing straight away. Love from Nigeria. Shout out the Flygerians, and I appreciate you for that. Hopefully, it's not your last time. DG, how do you feel about having Palace for our first game? Chris, how you ask me? How would anyone Arsenal fan feel on the best of days about Crystal Palace away? Much less first game of the season. In fact, tell a lie, I feel a bit better because at least that means we're getting it out the way, innit? And hopefully we can catch them cold. You and Curtis Shaw would be cold. Shout out to the light skin Cameron Jerome. We do a couple of shows, man. Shout out to him. I'm sure we'll get something done. I don't think Ian Wright's a hypocrite. And leave Ian Wright alone. That's my dude, boy. Leave Uncle Wright here alone.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Man. Come on.
No Ian Wright slander. You know. No Ian Wright slander. No Uncle Ian slander. Leave the man alone, man. Raphinha is an amazing signing if it happens. Good morning to you, my bro. Why do you guys want Tielemans so much? Because our midfield is shit. You can help it. Like, would you? Come on, bro. I really love the news, but we need a strong midfielder and a very good striker, please. You know the thing. Arsenal doing a lot this summer. I mean, we're being linked with a lot until we sign Dons and Dons are at the football club and stuff. Then we would have done a lot. You know, as I said, this is just talk. We're talking about it. We're you know, arousing our imaginations about the squad we could have, the options up front we could have, what the squad could make of us. But it's not done. It's not set in stone. You know, and to be honest, if Raphinha gives up on his Barcelona dream, and I know Liverpool have signed some players, but if Liverpool, Chelsea make you offers, I'm going Liverpool. I'm probably going Chelsea before Arsenal. I know Arsenal fans will reel off them Henry comments about how he used to watch Henry when he was younger and things. Not like that means anything, but yeah, man, it is what it is. Rudiger's officially completed his move to Real Madrid for any Chelsea fans out there, if you feel like crying. Think we'll get Raphinha. Raphinha is the least likely of all the names to come in. I hear that. Do you think Arsenal are holding out at Richarlison? No, I don't. I think we will explore Richarlison if Spurs do other things and we don't get what we need to get. I hear you, though. If United get Martinez, we should get Timber, but knowing us, we'll go for Titi. If we get Raphinha, that's 3 right wings, 2, because Pepe's days are numbered. I see that Morata's name has reappeared. I hope it's just some bull. Better start looking for someone to loan him to. Trust. I don't think it's a myth, man. That's who I want, DG. If Raphinha wants Barcelona, there's no point signing. He'll be here season, then leave for Camp Nou. Maybe, but then we make our profit and we find someone that can replace him and we keep it moving. Big up DG. Kieran Tierney to the end. Let's hope he can get fit and stay fit to justify your faith. I mean, for me, it would be, can you be available for 30 of the 38 Premier League games? Probably not. Would you take Zaha or Danjuma? Yeah, why not? Slide Vieira, little brown paper bag. DG, you on Ronaldo or Messi side? Lionel Messi. I hate playing Crystal Palace. They're a tough side for sure. Nathan, tell him again. Out of Martinez, Zinchenko, and Hickey, I'm more confident we can get Hickey over the line. I agree with you, but it seems like Zinchenko, there's admiration for the guy, but we're not trying to get it done. We might have it wouldn't surprise me if talks for Gabriel Jesus, we floated his name in conversation, but I just don't think it's financially prudent for what we want to do with him to bring him into the club. I think Aaron Hickey, there's admiration. I think he's been scouted and there might be talk with Bologna and stuff, but I don't think we're as keen on Aaron Hickey as the report suggests. I do think there's genuine love for Lisandro Martinez. Whether that happens is another thing. What's the latest on Gab Jesus? Certain reports are saying it's done. Any truth at this point? What we've just gone over, really, it doesn't look like there's anything else left. Please don't go on AFTV. Your credibility would be destroyed. I mean, my credibility could never be destroyed wherever I go because, people could judge me. But I am who I am. I speak for myself. I don't do the mad thing. I am who I am, innit? And that's one thing I love about just from the start of YouTube and content, just being myself. Because when people try and cancel you and rub you out and whatnot, you see what it is. I could never. It's not by force. Like, obviously it would help with growing stuff and whatnot because people that might not have ever seen me would have seen me pop up on AFTV or whatever. Like some of you have met anyone that's met me in the physical flesh when they've said, yo, is that Deluded? I always do marketing research and say, how did you find out? Sometimes it's that, but yeah, it's not by force. I stopped going on that because I deeped it one day. I was like, why am I leaving the stadium to go and line up for a next man show? It don't make sense. We're not even line up. It don't make sense. Like, it don't make sense. But anyways, less of that. Hey, don't stop promoting other people's shit on my stuff, man. Especially if they're not the guys, Clement. And even Barca, they could even be getting Di Maria as well. DG, look at Le 10 Sports' recent tweet. Di Maria is choosing to go to Barca. That would explain them stepping back from Raphinha. To be fair to you, apparently they still want him regardless, and that one there has been consistent that they don't mind getting both. The reason I came to you is because you're a real one, especially for a young man. I mean, a bit condescending about the youth. I'm just myself, bro. Nah, is what it is. DG, when Arsenal fans start putting this imagery on IG, it's a mad thing. Raphinha or Gnabry, who would you have preferred? My Brazilian bias or Gnabry? Gnabry is the reason. Well, Gnabry and Wilshere departing Arsenal's the reason we started YouTube. I have to say on either one, man. Probably I'll push go towards Gnabry, you know, because I think he could false 9, players at 10, can play on the left and the right. Unfinished business, the romance there is what it is. Di Maria chooses Barca, DG, Raphinha is ours. I wouldn't count my chickens for their hatch, but I hear that. I heard a rumor that Arsenal have made a bid for Di Thomas, but I don't know how legit it is. Nathan, I saw that yesterday and we spoke about that yesterday. I don't know the credibility, you know, really, because Arteta's Spanish. He must be looking in the Spanish league. And we were linked with him in January, so maybe it's just a recycling thing. Gnabry is far better, but Raphinha is more realistic. Has to be Gnabry for free. No, Joe, I hear that. I'm just saying. I hear you, because I can't blame you, you know. Credibility is obviously going to be questioned if I go in certain places, but what I would say, not to talk about that platform, there's a lot of good people on it. The thing is, it's people that act like idiots that are going to be the guys on social media or whatever, but sooner or later, we'll get to a time where it is what it is. Like, if you lot remember at the start of my live streams, I always used to say, I don't have to rant and rave or chat shit for you lot to listen to what I have to say, and that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I'm not a shouter anyways. Like, I don't want to rant and rave for man to want to listen to what I have to say on my channel, or if I'm not jumping up and down, you know, it's dead. These dons that do that, it must get tiring. Nketiah has the best stats for a young striker in England, even maybe entire Europe. Agree? Where? How? Where'd you get that? Where's the proof? What stats are these? All right. I don't agree with that, because I don't know you. I don't know these. Are you sure we're going to sign Raphinha? Has the Skamaka news dried up? It seems such. 1,000 odd people in here. Appreciate that, people. We're flirting with 500. 483 Twitch gang. Don't forget 430. We're there. Hey, love for anyone who subscribed via Amazon Prime as well, man. It would be completely Arsenal-like if we lose Jesus to Spurs and sign Morata as backup. Oof. The workload on Saka is unreal next season. Simply non-stop football. Need to protect him a bit. I mean, if I was Amari Hutchinson, I'd try to go on loan and play football. Swear I've heard we're close/strongly confident to complete 3 or 4 deals. So either Arsenal's PR or the other clubs/agents are using us. Arsenal will spend the most this summer, no question. Can we just buy the correct dons? He doesn't look like he wants to stay at Bayern. He would never join Chelsea or Spurs, and Madrid won't sign another player. That means Gnabry to Arsenal could happen if he wants to leave Bayern. He could, but I don't know how you can fully rule out Chelsea. There needs to be no emotion behind it for Gnabry. As much as he's got a history with Arsenal and things, he never grew up in North London. It's a business, you know, and if you was to look at it without emotion, I don't know what Chelsea are going to do over their owners, but if Arsenal are not, we might have said that over Cess, if Arsenal have not offered you anything, and Thomas Tuchel, fellow German, and the London aspect where you're at gives you stuff, and they've won the Champions League more recent, it's going to make sense to do that, really and truly. Spurs, they ain't got the juice for that. I agree with you for that, but there's no emotion. I'm a boyhood Arsenal fan. I grew up in North London, closer to the Spurs ground. If I left Arsenal and there was a legit offer from Chelsea or whatever, and Arsenal didn't bid for me in today's day and age, I'm going to consider it. I'm going to think about it. It's a job. There can't be romance. The romance would have had him staying at Arsenal and maybe not developing. We've hit 500 likes, so sorry, people. Sorry to make bad noise, but if you've hit the like button, I appreciate that. I hope you'll win the lottery and all achieve your goals, hopes, and dreams and aspirations. Hi, DG. We have bidded for Scamacca, Osimhen, Morata, all tool strikers in Italy. Are there not other leagues with good tool strikers? I don't know for height, but I'd assume there must be. I did see the video, man. Eddie is a record goal scorer for England's under-21 team. That's great for him. Shout out to him. Eddie with the best stats among young players in Europe. No way. Eddie is 23. Haaland is 21. Nunes is 22. How does Eddie have the best stats among young strikers in Europe? I don't know, man. Yeah, I never said that. The Thomas was horrible when Benfica bought him. I don't even know if he played for them, but I hear that. We can't lose out to Spurs again. Big up, DG. I first saw you on AFTV Supporters Club with Turkish and Curtis years ago and thought you talked sense apart from on Marie. Look at this guy. Shout out to Turkish and Curtis. I heard Turkish still runs them Supporters Club. Man, never get the call again. It's cool, though. They went there Hollywood. Shout out to Curtis as well, man. Shout out them. And like I said, there's decent guys that are there, man. It's just the idiots get the limelight on them platforms there, man. How would you react if we were relegated and then returned to the Prem, an old comeback story? Fuck that. Fuck that. Gabriel was gutted when he left. Shout out the Ethiopians. It's too late to give Raphinha the 14 shirt, my bro. What happened with Tielemans? It seems like the calm before the storm. Dembele is signing a new deal. I don't know. Pardon me. I don't see Zinchenko happening. He wants to play midfield. He would be an upgrade to Xhaka, but there's still better midfielder options, in my honest opinion. I'd agree. Get Darwin, bro. We can't, mate. Look at this guy. Man said, Sykes, you can't. Like, that was a shit joke. Like, wah, wah, wah. I'd hate to be at your comedian gig, mate. But nonetheless, you've asked me, do you think Arsenal will sign Galimando? Don't ask me questions after you tried to run shit bands, bro. Me and you're not friends. Don't ask questions. DG, what do you think about Tom Huddleston? Anywho, I mean, that's good for Eddie to have all them under 21 records, but once you step into the senior game, it don't matter. Oi, big up DG. I respect the work ethic. I appreciate that, my dude. Thank you very much for that, man. If this is Europa League budget, imagine what the Champions League budget would have been. I can only imagine, man. Xhaka tells fans to F off Ian Wright. Shut the F up, Xhaka. I don't know where he said that, but shout out to you. Why is Ian Wright getting it? Uncle just smiles and good vibes. Why am I on to Ian Wright? What's he done? I don't know what that is, and I don't know what you're trying to insinuate, really and truly. Who would you rather at midfield, Martinez or Tielemans? Two different sorts of players. Tielemans. We can't get Morata. DG was a flop at Chelsea. The way the fans them are gassing Eddie and Ketia. DG, if we're paying 50 for Jesus, wouldn't it make more sense to sign Latour and Martinez for 70? But if Inter want to sell him, is the thing. It don't seem like they want to sell him. I don't have no opinions on no one, bro. This ain't shade borrowing things. Look, please. I don't need to answer any questions unless it's just their content. I don't want to answer any questions on no fellow content creators. You don't need to go watch Bad Girls Club and that. We're talking football, bro, man. It's not a badina to talk about next man and what they're doing. I don't give a shit. I don't know them. They're relevant. That's it. You know, please go and ask some other content creators, other questions. Anyways, I come here every time my mental health is beaten. I need advice on how to crawl out of mental depression. Mo, that's sad that you're hearing that. I can't give you that advice. But all I could say is one thing that helped me is just accept it. It's not going to get better today. It might not get better tomorrow. It might not get better for time, but one day it's going to shine. And one thing that kept my head is that, and I know how it feels. You lot have seen the videos we've spoken about. I know how it feels to be on the bottom. I know how it feels to feel worse than shit on the paper. I know exactly how it feels. But what I would say is the beautiful thing and the harshest thing of life, my bro, is it keeps going in it. Like it's going to keep going. You know, that's so you can take that where it is, you know. So I can't really help you. All I can say is, you know, I hope that, you know, being with the people them here provides something. Big up yourself. You're stronger than your scenarios. I know people are probably saying things. I'm probably saying things. It's not registering, but it does get better, man. Just keep your head, man. Hold your head, puff out your chest. No matter how bad it gets, it could be worse. Don't let life defeat you, man. Battered and bruised, we don't lose, though. It's one of them ones there. Come on, be serious, man. Man's talking about mental health. Supporting Arsenal doesn't help, but come on, man. Man's talking about his mental health. There's a time for the joke thing, bro. There's a time and a place, man. Stop spamming, man. What's wrong with this shit, bro? Weird, though. Morata is in the meth level football shady business. Martinez is a must. Our defense would be amazing for the next 5 years. Will you be worried if we sign Morata? Yeah, I'll be worried. At least we're active in the window. That's good signs. I mean, active with what? Because we actually don't know. We're just being linked with bare dons, like, and it's positive for Arsenal. Which it's not making sense. Really and truly. Shout out the Twitch ones. It's not making any sense, really and truly. So we'd have to see really how that one there develops. 545 likes. Can we do the 600 thing? We won't be signing any of these 40 million and a pound all over again. How many forwards do you expect Arsenal to sign? One, really. It is a recycled news story in that regards, man. It is fully that. I think we should go for Talisha as a free option to replace Partey versus Elneny. Nah, let's stay clear. Too many years too late now. Too many years too late. Injury records as well, plus Arsenal tax players that didn't even, you know, Partey. I don't know his Atletico Madrid record, but I don't think he was as dis-injury prone as now. Something's happened, so it wouldn't make sense. Yeah, but the London is red tweet was a shot against all other London clubs. I mean, they do that. He wouldn't be the first or the last. He can have Arsenal in his heart, you know. It doesn't mean you're going to sign for them. You can't just make, especially at this age, you can't just make things with emotion. I do think he'll listen to Arsenal, but I wouldn't completely rule out him signing for other clubs. Only rule out Tottenham. I can't convincingly say he wouldn't. If you sign Morata, he will score goals until November. Then he says, nah, no more goals. How about you just don't sign him? Unless we're trying to sign Morata to show our strikers in training what you shouldn't have. But hey, if Arsenal had got Champions League, none of this would be happening with your targets. All right. You keep asking me the same question. You're not going to get answered. I don't have no opinions on next man, bro. It's not relevant to me and what I'm doing, bro. Please stop asking me that, bro. Go and ask some Bedinas or something, man. Focus on this thing. Ask me about certified things, bro. Like, come on. You're being silly. Go and ask the next YouTuber, bro. Man, just trying to get somewhere with my life. I ain't got time for nothing. Ain't no gossip done, please. Next time you ask me that, you're gone. I'm liking the profile of players we're going for, allegedly. Let's get them over the line. Probably. I can't blame them. We need to start selling some of our dead weight. Trust, you know, we need to find resolutions to the futures of Leno, of Torreira. Man, they should go get some fresh air, man. But shall be what shall be, man. We need DM cover. Do you think that these names can supplement Partey? I mean, you're hoping on a revival from Lokonga. Elneny is good for his 4 or 5 games. Hopefully, we can improve defensively. But if there was an option of bringing in another 6, I would do such, man. I'm a West Ham fan and my mental health is fine. That's good on you. By God's grace, everybody's mental health stays better, man. Because this life is shit, bro. In a sense of, you know, financially, it could be tough. You know, the jobs market is peak. Living wages are peak. Certain people are working bare hours and still can't make ends meet. You know, mental health. I do think people run towards mental health, and they didn't diagnose themselves with things and they lack emotional intelligence. But it needs to be at the forefront, man. And it takes a real... well, you know how strong you have to be, especially on the internet, to come and say that. I respect you for that, man. Is there any chance we don't get Jesus? Well, it's until it's signed, yeah. No worries, Mo, man. Mo, things do get better. I did 4 years now. I'm married and have an 8-month-old boy. Just keep hustling. Come on, kid Kaka. Out the jailhouse is calm. Your day on, man. Yuri isn't happening, in my opinion, when we need an upgrade in that position. I think signing Tielemans is absolutely key for our squad. Also, what do you think about the young midfielder? I don't know him, man. I don't know that guy, bro. We might have to do research, bro. But that you're sounding like you're trying to do a bandili there, man. Like, you tried it. You tried it. Harry King. Shut up, mate. You think I'm ever gonna name names that I don't know, bro? Like, you tried it. You know, now that I've looked, I see what you tried to say. Even if that was the case, I guarantee your mum would still let me splash on her lips. Allow it, bro. She'll take every bit of these 4 inches because this is rich, icy free dick now. Sorry, people. He's getting me. But you gotta rise to it, as your mum will. Pause. My man tried it. He tried the bandulu. He tried to say Tielemans and then, bro, he tried it. Hey. 2-1 job, bro. 2-1 job. Man really tried it, bro. Haram bet settings. I'm sure he's there laughing. Hey, haram. Sorry, astaghfirullah, my guy, man. But you got to, bro. My man, Mike Ox. And then... This is meant to be a child thingy thing, but dead, 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 dead. Man tried to with the Tielemans thing. When is the Fabio deal being announced? Hopefully it's announced now, bro. Splash on her lips, bro. Come on, she ain't prestige enough to get the Willy Wonka in between the legs. No sex, just neck. Then pass to Moscow. Nah, man, come on now. I mean, don't let me. You really talking on it? Are you really focusing on a joke where it's not? But you really want to know the exact inches of my thing? T, you're good, man, but you're playing offside, my G. You're playing offside. You're playing offside. You are doing the offside business. VAR, hey, Stockley Park, please, please. And if that's what man them like doing, disclaimer, don't try to cancel. Everyone's free to do what they want. It's not my business. Your thoughts on Fabio Vieira? I think initially when he signs, he's going to be a side man. T, it's all love, man. You know, it's all love. It's all love. I'm bantering, man. It's bantering. To the galley, shout me. If you're nice enough, you can all find out, boy. You can all find out, but I'm on a Nick Cannon vibe, but it's calm. Disclaimer, people actually watching. I don't want to hear that. You think you're funny. Your thoughts on Fabio Vieira? Anyways, I think he'll come initially be a squad sort of option playing Europa League, but I think he's got potential. I think he's got a bulk up physically. I think he's got a good eye for a pass, which I'm keen to see. Is what it is. I don't know what you're doing, bro. I don't know what you're doing, but bro, Twitch gang, we might have to close the borders. And I know there's some weirdos on Twitch, YouTube. The Quengers are coming out, some crazy individuals, blood. Maybe it's getting to that time to keep it moving, cause like guys are crazy out here. Do you put Raphinha at the same level as Luis Diaz? Well, if you sign for Arsenal, yeah. Sign for Arsenal, yeah. If you could take one of Gnabry or Raphinha, would you take Gnabry? But that's fully emotionally charged. James, some people are scary, bro. Internet's scary, bro. Internet is scary. Internet is scary. I know I'm sexy, but god damn, bro. Is this what comes with being a sex symbol? Fucking hell, blood. Fucking hell, blood. Getting gym as well, getting summertime as well. I might even have to lock up, man. You know, look at the sexy caramel skin getting wham and that. Hey, it's crazy. Raphinha situation. Barcelona agreed personal terms with Raphinha, but no agreement on the fee with Leeds. Arsenal are in direct negotiations with Leeds. Interested since March. Both Chelsea and Tottenham have been in contact too. Fee could be around 65 to 75 million. So that rules us out of that one, don't it? I like Cody Gakpo. Looks like a good player. Looks very raw. He looks like you need whatever juice Dortmund gave to Aubameyang or Wenger gave to Koscielny and Giroud. I think you need to do that with Cody Gakpo. I think he's one way he can be. You can get a trick out of him, or he's gonna stay meaty forever. Don't know if you've been asked this, DG, but who would you want sold / loaned in the current squad? I think that's a big up the members, but I don't really feel I can do that question justice because it's the obvious, innit, people, you know. Tavares loan. I'd be open to Lokonga on loan, but I'm going to keep him. Obviously, the young G's in and around the first team, there's every reason to go on loan. In terms of being sold, they're halfway gone in it, really. I think Pepe needs to be sold. I would move on Cedric if I could. Marie needs to go. Leno needs to go. Torreira needs to go. Bellerin, if not stated, needs to go. It's self-explanatory, really, isn't it? Like, the dons that need to go. According to Fabrizio, we are in direct contact with Leeds for Raphinha. So what I'm going to do is go on Fabrizio Romano's account. Fuck, you know. Let's make another timestamp for this. Bloody hell, mate. Raphinha update. All right, so Fabrizio Romano has said, yeah, this is where it's not going to bang for Arsenal. Unless Kroenke, considering all his teams are starting to do a madness, are involved. On the situation, Barca agreed personal terms with Raphinha, but no agreement on the fee with Leeds, which they can still get. Arsenal are in direct negotiations with Leeds, interested since March. So that little, I swear, like Arteta at the Emirates, he touched his shoulder or something. Maybe there's something in it. Both Chelsea and Tottenham have been in contact. Both of them are in the Champions League. You've got Chelsea who probably want to make a statement if they could get Sterling and him and Dembele or two of the three. Tottenham, whether they clearly want to get him or Richarlison or something. the fee could be about 65 to 75 million. So unless we offer them players, which let's not FIFA, they're not taking Torreira, Pepe, all of this. Maybe Pepe on loan and some P's. Maybe Arsenal need to definitely sell some players. Definitely, I'd say confirm Gabriel Jesus Tielemans and these sort of guys. Maybe Martinez before we go for Raphinha. Maybe Raphinha is the icing on top of the cake. He's a champagne player. Where is 65, 75 million euros coming from to go with everything else we need to do? And obviously factor in wages of all these players. You purely need to, with this one, Raphinha, whether he goes to Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, United, Barca, wherever, is probably one that is going to drag out throughout the summer, really. So, yeah, it's probably a lengthy operation. So maybe Arsenal need to deal with some sales before it happens. It would be lovely, but I can't really see this happening, man. Hey, who? What the fuck? Wait, what was that? Oh, I thought that said something else. I was about to say, yo. David Ornstein, the Oracle isn't talking, people. For what it's worth, Gabriel Jesus is close to completing his transfer from Manchester City to Arsenal, with the possibility a deal could be announced in the coming days. This is by Jonathan Smith, who is a Manchester City correspondent for Go. I was gonna DM him. Do you know what? I might just DM him ask him what. Come on, just grab a little interview or something. Charles Watch did not reply yet, people. Jack Wilshere blonde hair, you got now sad, my brother. 65 to 75. Fucking hell, bro. And we see if we got Champions League, I think we make that happen, bro. Tottenham fans think they can get Hakimi. Fucking hell. Crazy. So yeah, man. You know, it looks like that's that. Gabriel Jesus is expected to be the first major departure from Manchester City this summer, with a number of high-profile players set to follow, people. And it's this thing that all of a sudden it makes sense now. So yeah, I don't see us getting Raphinha for what it is, but for what it's worth. But you know, if you're optimistic, you know, anything can happen in life. But if I had to bet peas, I'm not betting peas. DG, you are killing me. That's what certain people's baby mom said. Much better than Saka and Martinelli for sure. Raphinha, well, fair enough. Sell Ainsley, Xhaka, Bellerin, Holding, and that would at least take up a great chunk of the Raphinha deal. People have got to want to buy these players as well, you got to remember. Not going to lie, 65 to 75 for Raphinha is not worth it. It would rather put money for other positions. Thing is, who's guaranteed Champions League for any more than a year other than City and Liverpool? Exactly, you're right. Feels like Jesus is getting complicated. City leaking Tottenham rumours and Arsenal leaking Raphinha losers. This is the game. I hear that. Bro, a £70 million fee. No thanks. I mean, I can't lie. Right wingers and 75 million Bandulu stuff scares me. And obviously, we didn't pay Leo 70 million. There's variables that could hit that. I don't know how much money they've got, but it's variables that could hit that. A bit like why we didn't get Zaha. Leeds are a Premier League club. Now, they're entitled to, you know, Raphinha, if he wants to stay and sulk, that's his business. But they could sell him and make some peas, find a replacement. Wouldn't say it's a replacement, but allegedly they want a Dharma. They can price him out of a move. Because they're a Premier League team, they probably want payments in less installments and more money up front. That's why we went for Pepe and not Zaha, really and truly. So we'll have to see. 75 million, boy. It's brazy, innit? I can't say I'd sanction that, but same way, it's a bit reckless, but it's not my peas, innit? Make it happen. If he does the business, we don't care about the price tag, but it scares me. I think we could only get 75 million from outgoings if there's enough interest from buying clubs. How much? I think it's a fantasy, bro, because half of our players, we're not good negotiators like that. And half of our players, who's bringing in peas? The guys that are bringing in peas, you know, you could sell Saka and Saliba, that's bringing in peas, but evidently no one wants to do that, you know. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, you could have taken 20 from Everton and Wolves. We're quoted 8 from Forest allegedly. Torreira, you're gonna get peanuts. Pepe, maybe a loan fee if anything, or a serious hit on that regards. Leno, it's not gonna bring back the 19 odd million that we spent on him. Bellerin's not bringing in no real peas. Marie's not bringing in nothing. Even when you add it together, it's all Bandulu, it's all Bug. It's not really doing much, really and truly. 600 likes, you lot are crazy, you know, and I appreciate that. Sorry people for making noise, but Thank you very much. It's genuinely appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate it, and I'm appreciative of it. I always struggle to say them two words, but really, people, it means a lot, man. It really means a lot. Without you lot, there's no point being here. DG Nation, we're growing. Even when you got guys trying to run some silly bands. Can Barca afford that? Back in my head, he'd go for 30, 45. I can't lie. I was thinking 50 or 50 odd region, 60 sort of thing. I don't know, man. Maybe if we can, I don't know. It all depends how they want these fees, man. And it all depends how much he forces it. DG, why not Neves? Crazy, man. Arsenal are not paying that for Raphinha. It's a myth. Trust. That thing I sent was before his tweet. Would you rather Bellerin or Cedric in the right back up? Two shit dons, bro. Mate Lanals. Cedric and Bellerin is two shit dons. You know, which one can take a throw in? There's that. Ben White, bro. I'd rather myself, and they're better than me. Obviously, I'm not a professional footballer. I'd rather myself. Just imagine the two direct Brazilians, Martinelli and Raphinha, coming to tear up defenders' paws, getting high. It'd be lit still. Unfortunately, Arteta don't got that juice, DG. I hear that. But Ian Wright can, bro, new kits don't correlate with getting the owner gone, but we're tired of that, man. Shout out to you, Jay, for becoming a member. Big up, DJ. I'll never forget the pigeon attacking the lunchtime videos. The journey continues. Come on, do you remember them days there? Bare papers. I think that was character building, man. That was character building because tourists and normal people on their lunch break looking like, what the fuck's this guy doing? He's got a camera. He's doing whatever. You got nitties coming over. You got pigeons. You got everything. It's character building. But still, just had to get on with what I was getting on. It was lit, man. If we get Jesus and Tielemans, what's a minimum realistic table finish? Bro, we can finish as high as 4th or as low as 8th. Same thing as every year. Need to do a lot better. That's what you need to do. Even if you don't sign someone, you have to fight. Have to, man. Borders got to close. YouTube's full of wrong'uns. Charles. I think Arsenal should go all in for Milinkovic-Savic. He's the kind of right powerhouse midfielder we need. Tall, strong, skillful, and has a destroying mentality. Crazy, man. We got weirdos. Saliba over White. Initially, Saliba is going to be third choice in my humble opinion. So he'd have to wait until his time comes. Tielemans would be a level raiser. But that 40 million will be paid in a yearly basis, 10 million per year. Brazy. I don't think we're going for Milinkovic-Savic, man. None of this would be happening if we had gotten Guimaraes. Trust. Tell him again, man. Big up, DG. The last 2 summer sales have been a joke. I can't see it getting any better this summer. We can only go off on what we've seen in it, really and truly. I mean, he looks messed. He's playing. He talking about the one that was at Rennes or something like that. He looks fairly techie, but yeah, man. Big up yourself, Omar, 100%. Bellerin 10, Ainsley 10, Torreira 10, 20 for Pepe. That's about it. Exactly, because half of these guys are meaty, and we're gonna have to want clubs to buy them, really and truly. You know, we're gonna have to try and entice clubs to buy them, bro. I mean, I do think there's a level of interest in Chelsea. Like we heard with Spurs, he's on playing for Conte, but they ain't got the juice because they're not competitive like that. Arsenal, he likes us, but we're not competitive like that. So Chelsea can offer. They've won the Champions League and the Premier League recently. He'd have his London aspect. I personally thought Sterling would have went abroad after the City thing and then come back to the Prem, but couldn't begrudge him. I don't see why Lautaro Martinez is being rated so highly. He's not even rated like that. That's why they signed Lukaku, Dzeko, and are linked with Dybala because he doesn't have the output. I hear that. DG, while there appears to be little interest, would you look to make a bid for Fabian Ruiz? I think he'd be a better option than Tielemans. I'd look to bring him in anyways. I mean, could you just try to do a little swap thing, him and Xhaka? Could you? Because I think he's everything the manager pretends Xhaka is. I'd like to bring him in anyways, but yeah, man, it's not going to happen, is it? So pray and hope and pray, but that's about it, man. After this year, Raphinha only has 1 year left on his current. So yeah, again, it's one that's they're obviously starting off playing hardball. It's one that, regardless of whatever team he signs for, it's a lengthy operation. I think we could get 75 million for Torreira, Leno, Ainsley, Guendouzi, who's already been sold, so you can rule Guendouzi out. I hope so, man. I mean, he's not a legend to me. I know Arsenal fact. That's just great PR, man. It wouldn't surprise me if Matt Turner told one of his Spurs brethren to wear that shirt. That's great for him. He's doing all he can, but I mean, obviously Spurs are the ops. But what make yourself a legend by just being a flipping good goalie, man? For someone that's I've never seen play, all I consistently see is Matt Turner's name, giving interviews, talking, and all of these sort of things. Let's just hope he's half decent, man. So yeah, once again, Arsenal are in direct negotiations with Leeds for Raphinha. If all goes well, Raphinha will sign for Arsenal in the coming days. The player's entourage environment explains that they haven't heard from him from Barca in weeks. As you can see, I'm not making that up. Like literally, I'm just, like, this is my timeline, people. And Everton are leading the race for Zinchenko, people. So make of that what you will. I mean, let's see what happens, man. Can we just get Gabriel Jesus and or Tielemans or any of these assumed deals over the line? I'd even throw Martinez into that mix now. Can we get these things over the line before we start capping and doing all the rest of it? In my opinion, we'd have to see, though, man. I don't know what we're on or what we're looking to do. And obviously, you know, things take time. Hopefully, there's a domino effect when one deal kicks off, the rest can, really. But until they're all signed, who knows, man. But yeah, I wouldn't put Raphinha on the same level as Luis Diaz right now. I just think Luis Diaz is a bit more exciting. Maybe it's the club tax that he's at. I don't know. I am watching it. And in terms of any under 19 players that I think are wavy, you know, by the end of the tournament, you'll get a video or comments on such. Twitch gang, don't forget, people. They're back in. The under 19s are back in action on Tuesday. We're doing watch alongs and that. We need positive thoughts, my guy. Think positive, but we need to be honest as well. Good day to you, George. Good day to everyone as well. I'm going to go mad if Xhaka's in the middle next season. I hear that. Raphinha and Tielemans are not signing for Arsenal, confirmed. I wish I had these lots numbers like you lot. People really think you'd prioritize club affinity over making the best decision for your career. Them choices affect your family and your career because you can't go back in time. Who do you think is going to get Pepe? I don't know, man. I think he might just end up back in France or something. Indeed, mad overrated. And Eddie won't get 10, 25 games, let alone 25 goals. Boy. Bro, Morata's got everything you want in a striker. He just forgets how to score. The guy's actually good at football, no cap. You're not a good striker then. You ain't got everything I look for. Ugh. Yuck. I mean, Ben White can do a job in midfield, but I wouldn't do that. Personally. Raphinha is a good signing for you, man, but you need some serious steel in the middle of the park, just like us. Trust. Man said DG Diaz is the cocaine. You think Xhaka's staying? It's in the balance, man. It's in the balance. I don't think Xhaka's one that's going to force the move. I think if an offer's presented, he'll evaluate it and then cut. Do you see that Edu liked Jesus' most recent pick with his newborn? Doesn't mean much, but fun nevertheless. Yeah, I did. Wijnaldum? Nah, leave Wijnaldum alone. Danjuma? Why not? All right, Talawa TV, come on. I can't lie. I ain't checking the clickbait dons, man. I can't verify. If your name's not Ornstein, if it's not Fabrizio Romano, if it's not the 30 transfer dons, then respectfully, I don't really care what you have to say because everybody's probably just reiterating everything and just relaying the other thing and doing what you know when someone gives you homework in class and every man copies it and the sentence at the beginning you put at the start. I can't believe I can't believe much. I can't until I see certain people, until I see him holding the shirt. I can't. Everyone and their nan's got an opinion. Everyone's nan's, dogs, partners, girlfriends goes to the same hairdressers as the players. They swore they're signing. I can't verify anything, you know. And obviously, people want engagement levels. So it is what it is. I do hope we announce some signings this week. Double/triple sweep settings. I mean, big up Terry. We're supposed to do some content together, but no disrespect to the lad, but he does love a clickbait thing and gassing up the thing. Raphinha to Arsenal is on. Respectfully to Terry, I know he's got his little contacts and whatnot. No disrespect intended, but you're a top content creator, not the journalists and these things. So big him up. But boy, Chelsea have made contact with Raphinha, and again, this is just a bidding war now. May the best man win, really. So I think we lose out to Chelsea. I think we lose. For what it's worth, I think we lose out to Chelsea, people. Apparently, Spurs haven't made an offer for Eriksen, really. That's harsh. I thought they would have tried to bring him back. So, yeah, it looks like he's getting Raphinha's on the... I don't believe none of these things, man. I don't believe none of... What's this? Arsenal, Jesus to Arsenal close, Zinchenko to join, Everton to join Zinchenko race. Bear Dons are leaving. I mean, they're going to get Everton can get zanged. They spent 50 million for Sigurdsson. Everton are going to get zanged for Zinchenko. Like, what? It should be a 20-30 thing. They're going to get zanged. We're probably paying a bit too much for Jesus, considering there's a year left. Sterling, Chelsea are probably going to pay a bit much. They're making decent P's. And obviously, Bernardo, Gundogan, everyone seems to get itchy feet over there at Man City in terms of staying at the club. So certain things might be able to happen, people. But for what it's worth in Jesus, the Brazilian striker's exit moves closer with the Premier League champions set for a busy summer of transfers. Gabriel, don't forget, people, Twitch gang 4:30. Well, I can't do 4:30 with my hands, but 4:30 we're playing Football Manager. Gabriel Jesus is expected to be the first major departure from Manchester City this summer, with a number of high-profile players set to follow. The Brazilian is close to completing his switch to Arsenal, with the possibility a deal could be announced in the coming days. Meanwhile, Everton are leading the chase for Ukraine international Zinchenko, while Chelsea want forward Raheem Sterling. Jesus is valued at 50 million, despite having only a year left on his contract, and an agreement between the Premier League champions and Arsenal is expected to be reached. Arsenal have had a bid believed to have been around 30 million rejected, but a structured deal including performance-related add-ons could push the price closer to City's valuation. Man City have brought in strikers Haaland from Borussia Dortmund and Julian Alvarez, who scored last night against River Plate, who will join up with the squad. So that's that. Chelsea want Raheem Sterling. Chelsea fans, that's one for you lot to read. Zinchenko, I'd like him at Arsenal, but he's getting interest from Everton and whatnot. Gundogan and Riyad Mahrez both have 12 months on their contract. Fernandinho's kept it moving. Liam Delap, you probably might not make it at City because of their options, but you need to go on loan. This Romeo Latvia guy, McCatree, Cole Palmer allegedly is going to be interested. You got bare dons that could play a lot more football and go elsewhere and recoup some loan fees for Man City, as well as maybe being sold permanently. But in relation to that is that. Yeah, that's that, really. So good on that. He's tweeted about that. Make sure you're all following Talawar TV as well. Great interviews over them sides. Go and subscribe to that on YouTube. Man, to be honest, I'm kind of skeptical about Gab Jesus. He ain't that prolific in front of goal. We all are. We need goal scorers. Personally, I think it's concerning if we don't get business done early. They need to know their targets and go after the top ones, get them done early, show intent, and that they actually have a plan. But as in life, shit happens, shift happens. You might be dead set to sign someone and they pull the plug, and football highlights that. You just have to have numerous plans. Everton overpay for everyone. I like Terry still. He says he's on the clickbait thing. Yeah, he's on that. I hear it, man. I hear it. Shout him, man. Thoughts on Ramsdale? I like him a lot, but I think he was overperforming. I think there's been a lot of shaky moments in his positioning. He's a 23-year-old keeper from a relegated club. As much as I like him, it's not new or it's not them gang there. He needs to be developed. But I think he'll hold on to that number one shirt. Or if we can find a keeper that's better, go and do it. I don't care. But I believe in Ramsdale. I like Ramsdale still. 15 more likes and we have 700. I don't mind Xhaka staying, but we surely need to get in a midfielder for competition. He's just too comfortable, but still a good player. Cliff, I think we just need to get better, man. Elise is lit still. You think we can get Raphinha and Martinez done? I think we got a chance at Martinez. I don't think we're getting Raphinha, but I would love it to happen. DG, give me jokes. I learned all the new sayings through this chat, and it does feel like I'm an old man in the dance though. Come on, my guy. The old man got the piece. You know, some of the galley love them ball duns in the corner just popping bottles, man. Shit, you good, bruh? You good, Kurt? Clickbait bandits, 100%, 100%, 100%. What would you rate our transfer window if we sign Jesus Tielemans, Vieira, Martinez, and Raphinha? Well, I need to hug Eddie in it on a pause, but I have to hug him. Like, what can I say? There's no number. That's wavy stuff. Like, is what it is. You need to get Jesus over Raphinha. Raphinha feels like he'd be a waste of money and time. I hear it. Inspirational words, DG, man. Stay blessed, people. Come on, man. He's wavy. He's wavy. Lat, whatever his name is, the Belgium lad. He's lit. Apparently, Southampton tried to ask for him when they just bought their goalkeeper from City. Can't lie. After it, City are gonna recover some funds. One wonders though. Obviously, when you win a league title, you have to wonder how do you improve, and surely that means City are gonna be bringing in some dons because too many dons look like they're leaving that club. They surely want to compete across every front. I think there's a good chance Sterling goes Chelsea, man. I can't count. Yeah, why not? I can't like the place I'm at just in general. I'm not forcing no collabs though. No the ways there. Shout out Charlie for his first time comment as well. I don't rate him. Letting Martinez go and bringing him in was bad business in my opinion. I hear that. All I can say with Martinez, I wanted to keep Martinez at the time. All I can say is I hope Ramsdale proves you wrong. Like I said it in the summer, you can go back in the videos. When we was linked with Ramsdale, I know there was a lot of uproar about him, but I was calm with him, really, because I thought he was a decent keeper, but I was thinking, okay, cool. When you talk about playing out from the back or just in the goalkeeper, it wouldn't have been him. I think he's kind of done a bit better in that regards, but you're seeing a normalization of his performances. I still retain faith in Ramsdale, but all I can say is I hope he proves you wrong. And if there's a reality where he doesn't develop, much like half of these players, then you know what needs to happen, my guy. They need to be moved on, innit? Or we need to upgrade and make man second choices. Wouldn't be surprised if City go in for De Jong. I'd rather him go City than United, just because I've got too many United brethren that would be gassed about it. And unfortunately, I'd have to start my agenda against De Jong, which wouldn't be nice for him. What's the time? Boy, we're close to 1:30. With that being said, though, people, to end this. First things first, thank you very much. Monday morning, Twitch gang, we've been in 2 live streams as well. So double big up yourselves. The opinions, the commentating, the keeping me up to date with stuff, the banter, everything's elite, people. I appreciate you lot supporting both platforms. Hopefully that doesn't stop. We've spoken about a lot. But yeah, man, it's time for me to get some lunch, hit gym, and then come back at 4:30 with you guys. Obviously, if there's any Arsenal news that surfaces, then obviously I'll pull a rabbit out of the hat, people, and we'll have to do an emergency live stream. For me, I suspect that Fabio Vieira will be announced today. I don't know anything. I just have a hunch, people. So yeah, if you haven't hit the like button or followed on Twitch, make sure you're doing that. Man said start a pyramid scheme, bro. Oh, what that, bro? I'm not with conning people. You're beaky, fam. Can't trust you. We finished just shy of 700. The target was 800. So if you've hit the like button, thank you very much. Hope you all have a blessed day. It is what it is. In fact, let's answer some more questions. Please get us Gabriel Jesus as soon as possible. I wish I could, man. Smash the likes on the way out. 2 good players in each position. Competition is healthy. Amen. Arsenal should forget about Raphinha and Loki. Go after Ismail Assar from Watford for the cheap. It's all clear. Arteta and Edu want is to help maintain energy for the full 90, which we have lacked. I hope so. Raphinha is a dud, smelly baller. A bit harsh. You was happy about Ramsdale's distribution. I remember. Yeah, that was a positive surprise. I didn't know it was that good on the ball. Live stream from the gym, DG. I would love to, man. I'd love to. Who starts on the left? The best man in it. You could have Saka, Raphinha, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, all fighting for that position and more, man. It's all healthy. Make sure we're all friends. We're all friends here. We're all teammates, but make sure you're not the one who misses out. In fact, we've hit 700 likes, so thank you very much, people. Thank you very much. God bless you lot. Don't forget, I'm live at 4:30. Tomorrow will be 10 a.m. or so, 11:30. I think it's the Euros, people. So under 19s Euros on Tuesday. So there'll be something among there. Make sure you're checking your Twitch schedules consistently as I put things in. And make sure you're following. Make sure you're following on Instagram. And Twitter, Deluded Gooner04. Snap is D, as in D0 Gooner04. You a virgin, yeah, man. What is your mum trying to take it? Take away your virginity. I don't mind losing it to a bit. You know why not? Experience thing. American Pie settings. Why not? Anyways, away from that, man. Big up yourself, Charlie. Love the streams. Great discussions. Much love. Thank you, you lot, mate. Thank you, you lot. You know, Cronke, you know what I mean? If we splash the bag, Cronke can stay in it. Really and truly. Next FM stream, 4:30 UK time. So obviously, do the thing. Bro, you know what's going to happen to Sterling, bro, when he signs for the man here. FM 22, where and when? 4:30 on Twitch. I need to upload them all onto YouTube, but I can't lie. I've downloaded all the clips and it's just a case of cutting them all up. And every day I've looked at them and just couldn't be bothered, man. I just couldn't be bothered. So yeah, man. Obviously, I'm terrible with saying goodbyes, but I'm gone for real. I'm gone, man. Hit the like button if you haven't. Don't forget to attack your goals and whatnot for the day. Wishing you lot all the best. Stay healthy. Safe.
There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like